What if the world you dream of isn't just a figment of your imagination, but a hidden reality waiting to be discovered? Meet Arin, a boy whose vivid visions lead him on an extraordinary journey to uncover the truth, challenge tyranny, and inspire change. Are you ready to step into his shimmering world and see life through the eyes of hope and courage? In a small village set between green hills and vast meadows, there lived a boy called Arin. Unlike the rest of the children who spent their days playing in the open fields or assisting their families, Arin tended to lose himself in his dreams. Night after night, his sleep took him into a shimmering world, a world with cities that shone like crystal, skies that glimmered in shades of gold, and humans with kindness in their eyes. In this dream world, he looked at life through a pair of eyes that were not entirely his own yet utterly familiar, eyes that appeared to contain the secret of the universe. Arin's fascination with this dream world grew stronger with each passing night. By day, he would sketch what he saw, the towering spires of translucent glass, the lush forests where trees sang melodies, and the faces of people who exuded a serenity he longed to understand. His sketches were unlike anything the villagers had ever seen. "You have a vivid imagination," they would say, half in awe, half in dismissal. But Arin knew these weren't just figments of his imagination. He believed, with every fiber of his being, that this dream world was real. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of amber and violet, Arin confided in his grandmother. She was the only one who never dismissed his tales. Her wrinkled hands clasped his tightly as he spoke of the eyes he saw in his dreams, and his yearning to see the world through them in reality. "Your visions," she replied, her voice soft but commanding, "hold the potential for something greater. Remember, however, Arin, that the road to truth is never simple. If you would learn to view the world as it is, you must first be willing to endure trials of your courage and resolve." Arin nodded, and her words lit a fire in him. That evening, as he lay upon his humble straw mattress, he whispered to the stars, "I will uncover the truth, no matter what it costs." The following morning, with less than a satchel of bread, a canteen of water, and his grandmother's blessing, Arin departed on his quest. He didn't have a clue where the road would take him, but his heart, led by the eyes of his dreams, pushed him onward. The first leg of his journey took him through the whispering woods, a dense forest where the air was thick with the scent of pine and mystery. The villagers often spoke of the woods being enchanted, warning travelers to steer clear. But Arin was undeterred. As he ventured deeper, the whispers grew louder. They weren't threatening. Instead, they seemed to guide him, pointing him toward a clearing where an ancient willow tree stood. Beneath its sprawling branches sat an old man with eyes that mirrored the wisdom of centuries. "I know why you're here," the man told Arin before he could say a word. "You want to see the world as it really is." Arin's heart pounded. "Yes," he answered. "But how do I discover the truth?" The old man grinned. "Truth, my boy, isn't something you discover. It's something you dig out, bit by bit, as you travel the way of justice and courage. Here," he handed Arin a tiny crystal flask containing a liquid that shimmered, "is something that will allow you to look past illusions, but its cost is dear. You must use it carefully." Gratefully, Arin took the vial and proceeded. The effects of the liquid were instantaneous. While he trudged through crowded towns and villages, he started noticing things others did not. He noticed the chains of greed that held merchants captive, the fears that haunted subdued villagers, and the glimmers of hope in the eyes of the subjugated. He understood the world was nothing like he had imagined in his visions. It was imperfect, with injustice and suffering, but it was also full of possibility for change. One day, Arin came to a city that was as magnificent as he had ever envisioned, but its beauty was tainted by a repressive government. The ruler, a tyrant called Morvan, had enslaved the populace, making them work tirelessly while he accumulated riches and power. Arin's dream world vision beheld the suffering hidden beneath the city's surface, and his heart seethed with the need to make things right. Arin started by talking to the people, calling on them to rise up against the tyranny. Most were too scared, their spirits crushed by years of oppression. But a few, A young blacksmith named Kyle, a healer named Lyra, and a small band of resolute farmers heard him out. Together they organized a resistance, utilizing Arin's visions to plan and rally others. It was a perilous journey. Morven's men were relentless, and betrayal loomed, threatening to unravel their work. But Arin's unshakable courage sustained them. He could not help but recall his grandmother's words and the dream world eyes that appeared to lead him step by step. The ultimate battle was on a night of storm. The resistance, with only their will and Arin's vision to call on, stormed the palace of Morven. The fighting was intense, and for a brief moment, it looked as if all would be lost. But Arin, holding the crystal vial, poured its contents into the stormy sky. The glistening liquid changed the rain into a blinding light that made visible the truth. Morven's power was an illusion, fueled by fear. Realizing the truth, the populace rose as a unit, defeating Morven's guards and regaining their freedom. The tyrant was overthrown, and the city started healing. With the first light of dawn creeping on the horizon, Arin stood on the palace stairs, his heart filled with hope. The eyes of his dreams had revealed the beauty and shortcomings of the world, but above all, they had revealed to him the power of courage, unity, and truth. Arin's quest did not stop there. He kept traveling, based on his dream world visions, assisting the needy and revealing the truth wherever he went. His tale spread far and wide, motivating numerous others to dream big, risk failure, and tread the way of justice. And even though his path was full of hardships, Arin knew he was living a life of purpose, one in which he saw the world not only through his eyes, but also through the eyes of hope and truth.